Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. I am back with another interesting topic in the Tosca automation playlist.
So we are going to talk about a error which you might come across when you are trying to execute a test case, or you are trying to execute an execution list, or even a test event. Now, this could happen for a number of different reasons. It could happen if you're working in your own workspace, or it could happen if you're working in a multi-user workspace in a project where you have got lots of team members working on the same project, right? So let's first talk about what is this error about, and then we will talk about why this occurs and how you can resolve this. Okay. So for this, I'm going to execute a particular execution list. Okay. So it's here. This is the execution list which I want to execute. So looking at the execution list, you don't see anything wrong here. Okay. So it has passed once and then it has failed once. And this is the execution list, and then it is under execution folder. We have also got some logs, right? Now, when I try to execute this, so I try to execute the execution list. Okay, I get an error like this. Okay, so unable to run the selected items, no feasible executor was found, right? Now it is also giving you a reason here, but this is not always the case. Okay, sometimes you might just get this line, which is unable to run the selected items and no feasible executor was found. Now, looking at this error, it is very difficult to find out what might be the issue. It might look like the executor is having some problem, right? Especially when you are executing a test event. Okay, in that case, you might think that it is a error with your distributed execution, or your distributed execution agent is not working, but that is not the case. Okay, so when you run it in an execution list, you could get the reason why it is not running. So it is very simple. It is saying that this particular test step is not referencing a module. Okay, now to debug a little further, okay, so if we go back to this particular test case, right? So if I go back to this test case, so here, if I look at this particular test step, right? So if you look at this test step, you will see there is no module attribute associated, which is being shown in the test step, right? Now the values are still intact, but the module is showing that it is not associated. Now, what is the reason behind this and why did this happen? Okay, so if I try to jump to this particular module, I don't have any option, and that is because there is no module which is associated with this, which means the module which was earlier associated with this particular test step has been removed by mistake, or somebody else has removed that module or replaced that module or renamed that module, right? A lot of things could have happened, and this could happen by accident, or this could happen for some reason, right? We don't know what that reason could be, but that module was removed from the workspace. And once it is removed, then it will be removed from the test step which it was associated with. Now, let me show you another example of how this could happen. Okay, so we have got this another execution list, which is the Swag Labs. So if I go to jump to test case, here we have got some standard modules like open URL and close browser. Okay, obviously you cannot remove these standard modules, but there is a module which is user login. Now this is application related. So if I jump to this module, it references this particular module. Okay, now by mistake, if you are working in a team and somebody has removed this module. Okay, so if I go here and if I delete this, um, it will also show me a warning that it is associated or used in one test step. So basically, you should not remove it, right? But still, somebody has maybe cleaned up some modules, or he's working on something which is not required. So he goes ahead and remove this, or this could be done by mistake as well. So once this is removed, now if I go back to the test case, you will see here that it shows me no module attribute associated, no module attribute associated, and for this, right? Remaining things are fine. But now if you go ahead and try to run this, so it is not going to run the complete test case, even though we have got some other modules, but it will not run this because one of the module is missing. So that step, which is referencing that module, will not work. So the test case itself will stop working. Okay. So this is how this particular error is caused. Okay. It comes up frequently, especially when you're working in a multi-user workspace and a multi-user repository where lots of people are working and you are not following best practices. So these kind of things do generally happen, but we should be aware of why this error is occurring. And then obviously to solve this, what we need to do is we need to remove this particular test step. Okay. And then we need to add it back into this. Okay, so once you remove this, then that particular error will not occur. Okay, so if I run this now, it will not give me any error. So let's try and run this again, and you will see that it will open the browser and then it will close the browser. So whatever steps are present, it will execute those steps. Okay. So now the problem is resolved, right? It is able to execute this particular execution list because we have removed that particular test step which was having the problem. Obviously, to fix this completely, you need to rescan or you need to scan that particular application and create a module and then add your test step back into this particular test case. So this was all about the error which comes up pretty frequently, which is executor not found. So this is the reason behind the error. It is due to a missing module in your workspace.
That's all for this particular video. If you have any questions, then please leave it in the comments. If you like this video, then please subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.